Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, this is Kra. How's it going? It's your boy, one and only, the leader of Skra 030 Eroktic, and welcome in my SCUM school. There is a lot of new players that are trying out SCUM right now, and there is gonna be even more new players that are gonna join when big patch 0.5 drops. So I decided to start with the SCUM school series on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna go over all of the important segments. You can expect over 25 videos, I made a list already, where I'm gonna briefly talk about all of the important features and functions in the game with, of course, some pro tips here and there, so the new player is on the same page like a veteran player. Another thing that is worth to mention right in the beginning is that all of those tutorials will not be
go here, this branch is gonna take 14 seconds. Collect the 3 branches.
No, it is not gonna be those types of the tutorials where I'm gonna give you step by step how to create a goddamn backpack. This series is meant to be as the overview of all of the features in the game and how to use them accordingly. So with having in mind that game is in beta and developers are fine-tuning and fixing and revamping the features all the time. So no matter how old these series are, it won't change too much. And even if it does change, I'm gonna mention that in the future series. Today, we are gonna talk about server selection. Should you start with the multiplayer, single player? Which servers are the best to play? How to select the server that fits your needs? And I'm gonna give you a couple of tools that are really useful for every single starter, every single person that starts to play the video game. So without any further ado, let's just jump right in. You have two different ways how to play SCUM. You can play it single player and you can play it multiplayer. On the multiplayer, there are two different options. You have private servers and you have official servers. When you click the refresh, you're gonna get the list of all of the servers. All of the official ones are gonna be called SCUM server official number, whatever, and then the region where it is. About the ping, to be completely honest, I'm playing like on up to 200 ping without any problems. Like I haven't seen any kind of like character issues and rubber banding or whatever the hell, up to 200. And I think that game automatically kicks you out if you have more than 255 ping. So you cannot, like I cannot play on this server, for example, because I'm just gonna get instantly kicked out. The best way to know on what server to connect is actually not seeing the player counts here on this search page. You should actually go on battlemetrics.com, servers SCUM. This is the best place to decide on what server you can play and you should play. Majority of the people are gonna always click players and they're gonna just click like top server to play on, but that is actually not the best thing that you should do. You should actually check the rank, because despite the fact that on this server it is only 23 people, this server is on number 1, which means that it is constantly full, you know, and you can also see the paragraphs with the minimum and maximum pick players on every single server, no matter what it is. And the best part about all of this is that you can actually also see the locations of the servers to have the best connection possible. Now the thing is, should you click on number 1 ranked server? Kinda no. Kinda no. And it depends. It depends what you want out of the game, you know? There are multiple different varieties for the private server owners to select, and I will also go over that, but I want to point out just briefly that there are multiple different servers, you know? Like the true vanilla experience will only be on official servers. Like default loot, default everything, no admin abuse or anything like that, right? You're gonna have the true SCUM experience, how developers want their game on the official servers. Although there is a downside. Terribly moderated servers are official servers, which means you might stumble upon cheaters on the official servers. On the private servers, you will not stumble upon cheaters, because every single server that has the player base has the active admins, and it is really easy for the admins to just instantly ban and roll back the server if there was a cheater breach that has done an insane amount of the damage to the server, right? So I would strongly recommend you to play on the private servers. Although expect all of the other shits that can be the problem, you know. Server will just die because admin doesn't pay it or whatever. Both of the choices, and private and official, are pretty good choices, but in my 1700 hours in SCUM, I played maybe 200, maybe 300 hours total on the officials. I met cheaters twice, and both times it was on the official server. I've never died from the at least blatant obvious cheater on the private server. Now, I'm gonna go back on should you play on the #1 rank. It all depends like what do you expect from the game. There are multiple different things, and currently community is really small, and there is no too much diversity into the servers except max loot servers and hardcore servers. That's it. And botted servers. And no max and all of that cancer. The most popular servers in SCUM are sadly maximum loot servers. And the reason why I'm saying sadly is because the performance of the servers that have maximum loot are trash. You will experience rubber banding, stuttering, low FPS, and all of that shit on the maximum loot servers. The performance of the servers is just bad. Hit registration, everything is bad, you know? It is sad because if you're a new player, you're gonna probably go play on the maximum loot servers because it is the most popular one, and then you're gonna see that game is trash, and then you're gonna quit because game is trash. Shout out to Shroud checking out the game on Bumble, and by the way. My recommendation, if you're a new player, I would play on like ×5, ×3, in between ×3 and ×5. Those servers are the best, the most balanced ones. The most balanced ones are of course default loot servers, because the loot tables work properly, but I would just play on ×5 servers, easy ×5 servers. When the community expands, we can also expect the first person only servers. Right now I doubt that there are first person only servers, and the reason why is because the community that is playing SCUM right now, they know how third person and first person works, and there is simply no point for playing first person. Although when the community expands and when it gets bigger, I can also see first person servers, and I can also see battle royale servers, because that is possible to do in the options. With that said, there is a lot of things that private server owners can change in their server, and I'm gonna go briefly over that. But the best part is that you can also play the game, like I said, in the single player, you know? And the best part about that is that you can edit the server that you're playing in the options, in the ini files, in the ini configs. This right here, app data, local, SCUM, saved, config, Windows, no editor. You open server settings. You see this? Server settings. You open this, and you can change literally everything in your single player playthrough. So if you're a new player, you can also mess with these configs right here. And you can change pretty much everything, from map size to the amount of the loot, to the amount of the wildlife, to the damage modifiers, unarmed, armed, weapons, how much damage mechs are doing, how much damage puppets are doing, how many vehicles do you want, how often airdrops you want to have, like literally, like darkness multipliers. There is a lot of things that you can fine-tune. So if you're a new player, you don't have to play on the maximum loot server to learn the game. You can literally crank up the living shit out of the loot in the server settings, and you can just single player learn the game. I'm a PvP player, and no matter how much I suck in the video game, I will always play on the full pop servers. So that's my style, but I understand people learning the game first before diving in the PvP in a single player. So I would strongly recommend you to mess around with this. And also, when you are playing on a single player, you can also use all of the items that are in the game like you are the admin, because you are the admin, you know, you can just spam them if you really want to test out something and stuff like that. I would also strongly recommend you to download SCUM Admin Helper, because you can teleport yourself wherever the hell you want, and you can also spam items really easily. Like I'm gonna give you the example, I wanna test out 50 cal, and I can simply just click all of the things that are required to even shoot 50 cal, spawn items are getting spawned, and you can simply like, you know, test out whatever the hell you wish, whatever the hell you like in the single player. And single player has the pause, so you know you're gonna have no problems with that. One more thing that I kind of want to mention on single player is that you can hold Control D and you're gonna enter in the drone mode. Since you're admin, you can enter in the drone mode. If you want to just explore the world to learn the game, click H to hide this UI. Scroll up and scroll down is for speed, and X is to make your drone quiet. And you can also like fly through the world and whatever the hell. Like you can literally like explore, you know? Like if you want to learn like mech rotations and stuff like that, you can literally see it easily. And it is great.